the channel. So I hope you've all been well. It is crazy hour, in other words too early. I am headed off. I've set myself a bit of a challenge to photograph more seascapes. So I'm headed off to do a sunrise down at a beach called Avalon. So I actually haven't been down here before, and if you would ask me for the honest truth, I don't do enough seascapes either. But I'm going to try and include a little bit more of that into my photography. So there's a little bit of nervousness in regards to I guess you could say the skills not being as polished as some of the other areas that I would photograph in, but yeah, we should be good. We'll see how we go. It is low tide down here, which obviously you don't want the tide being too high. And it's like peak low tide, so the tide will slowly be coming in, but I won't be down here that long for it to make that much of a difference, I don't think. And truth be told, there's not a lot going on in the sky. There's actually about 40 to 60% low cloud. So last night it was said it was going to be about 80% low cloud. I figured, you know, I'd go down here and photograph something a little more moody. So I thought, you know what, I haven't been down here before. I'll take it as an opportunity to come down and scout it out and just push on myself a little bit more with the seascape stuff. So yeah, I am headed in that direction, and we'll see what we come up with. I'll come back to you when I'm down there, and we'll see how we go. Alrighty, so we are just about to reach our destination, and Mel, I don't know what this weatherman's on about, but it looks like, well, there's definitely not 60% low cloud out there, and from where I'm driving in now, it doesn't even look like there's 10% low cloud out there. It could be out on the horizon. It doesn't really look like it. Oh, there is a bit out there by the look of it, but it's way out on the horizon, so not too sure what that's going to do with the light. But for the most part, yeah, clear sky up there. So yeah, I'm not too sure how that's going to play out by the time the sun gets up and over the low cloud on the horizon. We may have lost a bit of that that golden hour. Anyway, we shall go out and give it a go, and it'll be a good chance to at least scout out the location and have a look at what's going on down there, and you know, any opportunities. You know, if I want to come back in the future, at least I can have my bearings on a little spot and go, yeah, okay, this is what I want to chase next time. But who knows? I could get something half decent out here now. It's not often I come down onto the northern beaches though. Usually I head down south, but yeah, I seen some potential out here a while back and figured I'd follow up on it. Fingers crossed. Well, I'm just heading in, and Man, the ocean's raging, eh? So, I don't know. I think I found a spot. Looks pretty good. It looks like there's a lot of action with the water in the foreground, so might be able to make something work. I definitely think I found a good spot. But, and the light looks like it's going to be okay. I'm just going to have a bit more of a look. I'm pretty sure I found the spot I want to photograph. I did have a look a bit further over, and yeah, I'm looking at the, I'll turn you around and give you a look at what I'm looking at. So you can see here the water's rushing into this area here, and you got some pretty cool, interesting rocks here. We could go a little bit over here, but it's a lot calmer. But I don't think I see the potential here like I do here. And as you can see, the ocean's actually absolutely raging. So I think I will set up here, and fingers crossed I don't get soaking wet. Anyway, it's a bit dark to be filming now, so I'm going to set up, see what I can manage, and I'll come back and run through the composition with you shortly. Alrighty, so I'm all set up. I'm just waiting for a nice set to come through, so I can get some flow. But let me give you a look at the composition that I've picked up. How good is that? So we'll see what I can do here. I'm just trying to time when the waves come in, so I can get them on the receding end. That way they sort of drag out through the rocks and back out into the ocean. But there's quite a lot going on in the water. As far as like the sea is pretty rough. It's a decent swell out there, so anyway, I'll keep persevering at it, and we'll see how we go. It's almost on rapid fire out here, but yeah, I'm just taking lots of photos, like when it both comes in and when it comes out. I've got the ultra wide angle lens, 16 to 35mm, and I've been shooting on various apertures from f11 through to f16. I've now got the polarizer on because it's starting to get a bit lighter in the sky. But the waves are wild today, eh? Like I nearly just got washed away a second ago to pick up the camera and everything, and then refine the composition. So yeah, I can't definitively say here's the shot that's a banger, because I am just taking lots and lots of shots, and I'll check it all out when I get home. But you can see this wave that's coming in now. If it gets here, it sort of smashes up on the water. That wasn't too bad. But then you get it receding out too, which creates leading lines into the sea. But yeah, very difficult with the swell being this big. You can see out there the waves and the sets that are coming in. So you've got to be very careful here. I'm definitely not in any danger, but I do need to watch out for my gear. Anyway, hang around, because I am not going to stop the video here this morning. I'm going to head over to Bombo Corridor tonight in Kiama. Apparently it's going to be clear skies, and Milky Way core should be in place at about 8 o'clock. So Deb and I are going to go for a run down south, get a feed on the road, and yeah, we'll photograph the Milky Way tonight. Anyway, if I do get a shot from here it is. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hang tight, and we will soon be out at Bombo. Guys, we are in the early evening, the same day from the shoot this morning out at Avalon. We've gone from the northern beaches, we're going down to the south beaches now, down onto the south coast. But we're going to go to a place called Bombo Quarry. It's an old geological site where they mined the area for iron ore, but they left these really cool basalt columns around the site that was mined, and yeah, it's pretty good for sunrise and also astrophotography. So apparently there's only a smidgen of cloud around here. And I don't know, I hardly believe the weatherman anymore, but with any luck in our direction it will be clear skies, and we can photograph the Milky Way behind the basalt columns there. There's a few different compositions you can take throughout the area. I've got one in mind in specific, but it's quite a well-known area among astrophotographers, and you know, sometimes you can come down here and there'll be nobody down here, and other times you can come down here and there'll be more people down here than you can poke a stick at. But anyway, you guys would have seen the two shots that I took this morning. A bit hard for me when I was talking to you earlier on to be able to say get too far ahead of myself, but now that we come to this part of the video, I already processed those shots this morning, so I do know what they look like to be able to talk about them now. I'll tell you, I couldn't stress enough the importance of refreshing yourself with going to new places and doing different things. It helps keep the spirit alive and your adventure alive, and it keeps you learning. This morning I spoke about like being a little nervous, and there's a few reasons for that. One, it can be dangerous out on the coastline, just with the waves and whatnot, and you know you're on the rocks or the ocean shelf, or however you want to say it. But also a little nervous too, because it was a new place and I hadn't been there before, so trying to preempt what I'm going to find there and having absolutely no idea sort of leaves you a little nervous, because you know you don't have a lot of time to muck around before the sun starts rising. But yeah, anyway, you would notice in those shots we had the foreground and the I don't know what you would call it. It's like a mountain out in the background. It's a headland. It's a coastal headland, but it's so big it looks like a bit of a mountain out there. But if you have a look in those images, you'll notice that I left some space between the immediate foreground and the background, with just a little bit of ocean in the midground. And the reason for that is that if you skip that midground out altogether, you go straight from the foreground straight into the background, and you lose that depth in the image. And you know, when you're losing the depth in the image, you're losing some of the story as well. But if you can have that in there, you can incorporate like that diminishing perspective between the foreground through to the background. But anyway, that's enough for this morning's shots. We'll be out here eventually. I don't know, I really don't know how much I'm going to be able to video down here, depending on who's down here and whatnot. I sort of need to be respectful of sharing the space and being respectful of other people that are down there. I don't want to go down there and put lights all over other people's scenes and whatnot. So look, if I get the chance to do some video down there, I'll do it. And if not, I will load the photo up to the video after this segment here, and then I'll chat to yous again when I leave and head home. So yeah, bear with me, and whatever it is whatever it was meant to be. Alrighty. Well, I obviously haven't gotten home yet, so I don't know what the photos look like. As always, there was a few people down there. The first and initial spot that I went to, I actually had to myself. The ocean was raging, and it was a little tricky to sort of get the composition that I wanted to with the foreground. But I don't know, I tried another shot after it. It's one of them things where, you know, you walk out of there and you aren't sure, and you're like, this is either going to work or it's not. Debbie usually takes those words out of my mouth before I do. But like, seriously, I don't know. Whatever. Hopefully when I process the images, they come up alright. And yeah, thanks for coming along for another ride. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I shall see you all again sometime soon. So be good or good at it.